Good afternoon. Curiosity, I'm wondering what you're thinking. Curiosity is the wick in the candle of learning. Today, I am here to even inspire you, whether you're Chinese or whether you're a foreigner, to see the real truth about China. Now, my name is Marco. I'm known as Mark Moodley in South Africa. I'm known as Marco in China, and my Chinese name is Jianjin. So I'm going to be talking today about unveiling China's ascent to how the resurgence of China, a journey through transformation, and curiosity is the wick in the candle of learning. Now, what does that mean? I'm going to unbundle that. Now, I just want to say that, how do I describe myself? Many people ask me, are you a teacher? Are you a businessman? But I really see myself as an economist. My studies was MBA, economics was my specialization, so was education. But I understand economics more than what the CNN and BBC can teach me. And because of this, 6 years ago, I did not believe what I saw on TV. I did not believe all of the Western media because it was just not true. I came to China to find out for myself. So I registered for a doctoral degree with the university from Fordham in New York, and only to be told, there's so many problems in China you shouldn't be studying. I said, what? And sadly, I didn't continue with it, but I continued the research. And I'm going to share that with you today. Right, so I am an observer, I am a storyteller, and one thing I'm passionate about, there's been a shift of economic power right in front of us, and we did not see it, because it happened so fast in 25 years. So what am I going to be discussing with you today is to talk about the geopolitics, the international relations, okay? I'm going to show you how the world order has literally changed in the 25 years ago. Now, let's go to China and the scale of diversity. All I heard was communist, communist, communist. And when I begin to look at this, and I'm like, hang on, you call this communism? Then I decided to come here. Now, pure communism means you're not supposed to own anything. Pure communism means you cannot run your own business. So the Marxist theory has always taught us that the state owns everything. When I came here, do you know what I wanted to see, or what I thought I'm going to see? All Chinese people crying, poor, sitting down, no car, walking to work, going on a bicycle. But when I came here, that was not the narrative. That was broadcast by the United States and the Westphalia. Westphalia are those, I'll talk about a little later. So, but when I came here, I noticed something very, very interesting. People were laughing, smiling, eating good food, driving fancy cars. And I'm like, is this what you were trying to show me? Now I'm going to show you that even that is an understatement of how China has progressed. Firstly, we have 1.4 billion. And pardon me for saying we. I'm here for 6 years. I actually feel Chinese. 1.4 billion people. That's 1 out of every 5 person on this earth, all right? We got 56 ethnic groups with unique cultural identities. We have 300 plus languages, not even forgetting the dialects. I was in the train and 2 people were speaking, and I'm asking somebody, Fai, please translate. No, I don't understand. I'm like, what? All right? So, now I want to show that China's diversity spans from Xinjiang to Yunnan, but it's the size of the United States. But the United States like 3 or 4 time zones. China has got 1 time zone. That alone is shocking, right? So I spoke, this curiosity said to me, hey man, go and see for yourself. And then when I came here, I've designed this here to show you something. This is back in the 1959 and 1960 where people died from poverty. Really, there were no food. And China regards that the 100 years of humiliation. And all the US and the Western society can pick on you all the time to talk about the poverty, communism. But I need to break that down today. So much is untrue. Because from the destruction, I called it, out of the ashes came a falcon. Ashes is from destruction, burnt, and out to a falcon. Who is a falcon? Give me the characteristics. Somebody who soars, somebody that goes high. So China can be described as out of the ashes came a falcon. Now, China's growth in the last 3 decades is like going on a bicycle to a spaceship in one lifetime. Drivers of change. In 1978, Deng Xiaoping decided I will turn a fishing village into what? Into a powerhouse, an economic powerhouse. This, if you notice, is Shenzhen. From an agrarian society from growing agriculture, today Shenzhen hosts Huawei, Tencent, and DJI in just 30 years. 30 years. So, what do we see from all of this? How do you do this? They have such a thing called the mayor's economy. The mayor's economy is where the mayor in a certain town is responsible for the development. But he cannot operate on his own. He has a state interference. And now at this point in time, I want to talk to you about communism versus capitalism. Capitalism is USA. Communism is China. China is not communism in an economic phenomena. The CCP has called this a socialist market economy. And in a socialist market economy, you can own stuff. Let me tell you how it works. The government owns all of the infrastructure, telecommunications, finance, education, and all of the core structures. That is to give a barrier that you don't go too far. And communism allows private sector to run your business. Did you know your private sector produces 60% to your GDP, 80% to urban employment, and 90% for all new jobs? Did you know that? And the Americans would say, hey, communist, show me a communist where you can own. Do you own a car? Come on, guys, do you own cars? No, you communist. Do you own a house? Do you own money? Do you have a business? You know people have business? But the narrative of communism continuously is out there. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. It's because it's called the Thucydides trap. The Thucydides trap is a Greek philosopher who calls the Thucydides trap when a rising economy is threatening a powerful economy. It's called the Thucydides trap. What it means, America is shaking. The West is shaking because China is rising. Now, I feel sorry for Mr. Trump. Very sorry. Make America great again. Yes, you have 4 years. China took 24 years. Come on. You're going to make America great 4 years? It's not going to happen. China took 25 years to get where we are. You want to do it in 4 years. You must be joking. Let me show you about the Belt and Road Initiative. I'm from South Africa. I'm South African. I saw oppression, I saw racism like you've never seen before. And I've come to China because China is our friends. And on the Belt and Road Initiative, you see, communism, or the socialist market economy, is for shared prosperity. Shared prosperity. Meaning, when the government regulates everything, they take the money and share it among the people. America, make the money and give it to 1% called the oligarchs. And those are the people who make all the millions. Yeah? But China, I'm going to give you a very nice story. You're going to love this story. In the 9/11, that's 24 years ago, China spent 17.7 trillion in the government expenditure, and America spent 12.2 trillion in America. America spent it on wars. China spent it on trade. Hello? And then 24 years later, Mr. Trump asks, you steal our economy. No. While you were taking the money and putting it into the 1%, China took the 12 or 14 trillion dollars and they put it into the infrastructure. This is why China looks the way it does, John, and America looks the way it does. So, where do we go from here? The Belt and Road Initiative. Before we get here, You need to understand something, very, very importantly. There's a thing called hegemony. We are not anti-USA. We are not anti the West. We're not anti the G7. You know what we are? We're anti-hegemonic. We don't want one state to dominate the world. Do you understand me? That's anti-hegemonic. It's hegemonic, meaning where one dominates the others, whether economically, philosophically, or ideology, or militarily. Okay? I'm going to get there. So Mr. Trump decides he's going to make America great again. He puts at 145% tariffs, and then he forgets, sorry, your engine comes from Canada, your exhaust comes from Mexico, and your, what's the name, the other parts come from China. And then he realizes, oh my God, pause. You see, it was a political rhetoric only for the voting. It's not real. Wasn't real. Right. Now I'm going to take you here very quickly. What happened? He did a roundabout turn. 115% reduction and a pause for 90 days. Yeah? 90 days. Oh, then we have a problem. What did China do? China just kept quiet. And Mr. Trump came back. Please, let's talk. All right? Now I'm just going to round up very quickly. What has China got? Digital yuan, Alipay, WeChat Pay. All right? I told you about the Thucydides trap. China, you know, when I came here, I came with a lot of money in my pocket, you know. I came here and the guy said, huh? Shama? Alipay, WeChat Pay, digital currency. China is ahead, the first in the world. We have a unipolar and a multipolar. Unipolar was very simple. America is in charge of the whole world. And then it gets the region. It gets NATO, gets the G7, and get more people to control other people. Smaller countries like China and the rest of the world. Then you get what you call a bipolar. You remember before the Cold War, you had who? You had Russia and you have China. What happened? Russia fell out in 1991. Then what did you get? You had a system where America became number one. Things have changed. There's been a diminishing unipolar system. So what is the answer? Let's look at it. It's called multipolar. Who is multipolar? Who is multipolar? US, G7, European Union, BRICS. BRICS has now got 10 members, including Ethiopia, Indonesia. They're using United Arab Emirates, Egypt. Egypt. We have now 10. Now, at the end of the day, what are we saying? China, BRICS, Southeast Asia, and digital finance systems. This has really made it very phenomenal. So where is the power going? The power is coming to China. In 2030, China leading now, right now, AI, electric vehicles, 60 million, no one has ever touched it. Digital finance. So I want to ask you, the World Bank said China is going to be number one in 2030. If you are 17 years old now, you are 28 when China is number one. India is number two. Germany is number three. And Japan is number four. Where would you want to be? Where would you want to be? Why would you be in another country when the money is here? Secondly, I want to share something with you. Multipolar. What do we take away from this? What brought the Chinese people here? Work ethic. You've suffered 100 years of humiliation. You're not going back. You will not go back. That's what made you. Long-term vision. China, 21 to 25. 2026 to 2030. There's a thing called China 2025. Please read it. I don't have time. We have balanced growth. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. If you have dreams, China will give you and make your dreams come true. I just want to say, from a fishing village to a powerhouse, this is not fake news. This is real. This is real. I'm not here in China because of only the good food. I'm in China because you have so much to offer to the world. So what is our answer? We need a unified system. It is only a collateral multipolar system that can fix AI governance, medical, pandemic, and the rest of it. Thank you very much. I wish I had more time. Thank you.